This is Liberty.
All right, so here live on Liberty Breakfast Show 0186 on Sky 27500 on the FEC 2/3 and also Top 402 in the vertical SR. This is London's Liberty, actually broadcasting to Europe, which is quite nice. We're here live in the studio with our dear guest today. We have Corey.
Hello, hi.
Nice to meet you too. And we have the lovely Debbie as well.
Hello.
Hello, come a bit closer today.
Hello.
There we go. Beautiful, beautiful. Actually, I witnessed the performance they did, which was very, very nice, I have to say. Very nice.
Thank you so much.
All right, it was in the London Palladium. And but just for anyone who doesn't know, anyone who's not too aware at the moment, so introduce yourselves. Let us know who you are.
I'm Corey Conradi.
I'm Debbie Curtis. No.
Okay.
Basically, we're both...
Oh, I got it the wrong way around.
I should say... I don't know what
I think you're Debbie Curtis.
Oh, okay.
Yes, no, I'm Debbie Curtis.
Okay.
I'd say we're both really, really into music and... quality music.
I love your top hat there, by the way.
Thank you very much. Yeah, reflecting nice. For poor musicians.
Yeah, interesting.
You're going to talk about yourself, weren't you?
Yeah, absolutely. No.
Yeah, you just said something about yourself, your history.
No, I did. Yes. I was going to say that I think we've both got the music really much in common as far as really decent music and learned music and a history side of music.
Okay. So you both. So where did you actually start from? Did you both end up singing together? Just I don't know. Did you grow up together? What happened?
Not at all. No.
Where did it begin?
It's quite weird, really. We did the show yesterday at the Palladium was our first show.
Fantastic, together, I have to say. Once again, fantastic.
But it was really Debbie who found a video of me on YouTube because I'm.
Yes, you were referring to that last night as well. You were saying, was that true?
It's true, yeah.
Wow, 100% true.
Wow. I just moved to London now because I live in Norway and I'm half Norwegian, so that's basically that's what,
I really believed you when you said it. When you were saying
it was true. It was true. She came on YouTube, and also the fact. Did you believe me when I spoke Norwegian?
Yes, I did.
In the beginning as well.
Yes. I believe that when
he does a great fake accent.
Do it again.
Well, the Norwegian accent is a bit like this. You speak like this, but it's a singing voice.
Yeah, I did Swedish one. My name's Elga from Sweden.
No, that's not work.
Okay.
No, I try to say it as a compliment that the people say that we do sing when we talk, and so that's maybe why I'm singing.
Okay, you can tell us where you've been, where you came from, and what you're doing now.
Okay.
I don't know where I came from or where I'm going.
This is Liberty.
Right, on the vertical side, this is London's Liberty broadcasting to Europe. So we're here live with the Debbie Curtis Radio Big Band.
That's true.
That's correct. We have the band hidden in the corner.
Yes. All right. So it's been a fantastic show so far. We've been getting a deeper insight into you, a much deeper insight.
Have you?
Yes. So where did you actually start from officially? Where would you say that? Where did you start singing from?
My heart.
Your heart, from your heart.
I hope so.
I mean, not only in the sense of that, but in the sense of was you young and you started singing? Was you
me? Oh yeah. Well, I think basically it's the way you grow up, really. I mean, my parents were listening to Frank Sinatra and Sammy Davis Jr. and you sort of get drawn into that. So when all my friends were doing breakdance and stuff like that, I was still walking around doing Frank Sinatra songs and Sammy Davis Jr.
Did you find that awkward?
They found it awkward. The other ones, my friends did. But my friends did. I'm not quite sure if I found it. No, it was natural to me. I was just, I was already, when I was 6, I was sort of conducting the bookshelf of home where the speakers were. So I was just standing conducting the Sinatra band and
that's
doing all that.
That's called chironomy, actually. That's early hand gestures.
Early hand gestures.
Early hand gestures.
Yeah. Wow. Okay.
And then I just started doing it, and after I became, since I'm Norwegian by birth, and I was. I've started doing singing as well as acting, and I was trained at drama school both in London and Norway, and then I started working at the National Theatre in Oslo, and then just took it up from there, really. And I started doing more and more big bands about 10 years ago, and it led me to Debbie Curtis Big Band as well. And
so who actually invented the concept of Debbie Curtis Radio Big Band?
It was started by my dad in 1972. I came from pretty much similar sort of background to Corey as far as my dad was a musical arranger. for the BBC, all sorts of things. Worked with Heath, Ambrose, loads of well-known bands of the time.
Wow, okay.
And my mother was actually an opera singer.
Really? Okay.
So it's two sort of different types of music there. So I think I was just brainwashed, really. You know.
So it was more the influence, even for both of you, it was the influence that was around your family.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I mean, every single holiday we went sort of travelling, and my father was in a band as well, and they made a lot of albums in Norway in early days before I was born. And they... it was every sort of all friends around, many musicians as well. So we used to kind of go on holiday and sit on the boat and do different songs, and you know, accordion would come out, and people would sing and take the harmonica. So it was all sort of music-wise.
Bagpipe with pleats and accordion.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, I'd say mine was pretty similar to that, really. Yeah, completely grew up with it. My dad was writing music all the time, and now I'm sitting there doing the same thing. Yeah. I didn't think I would end up doing big band music necessarily, even though I liked it.
What genre? If you wasn't doing big band, what do you think that you'd be doing?
Big band.
It was real passion. You said there's no other way.
I don't know what I would do. I suppose I was sort of going sort of lounge jazz. Way. So
it'd still be along the same lines, sort of. Yeah,
quality music. The thing with a big band is that. Because you do have sort of a certain amount of sheet music, you can do anything with it, really. It's quite nice, but the logistics are quite hard with that many people on other sides. Yeah, but Kempfert had a 42-piece orchestra.
I see, 42. Ooh, wow. How would you? So, what's the biggest you've done so far? What's the biggest amount of people that you've conducted?
Probably about 20-something. Well, no, saying that, I've done sort of classical music, but that's a different kind of thing, because that's very technically, you're following musical time. With sort of big band, it's down to the swing feel you put on it, even though...
Oh, really? Well, that's why.
The tempo is a certain tempo, but the swing sits where, you know, sideways, upright, whatever it is, whether you're uptight or not, really.
So
it takes its roots from Afro-American music, actually.
I see. So it's not like in orchestral music, you might be waving your hands. Yeah. Would you say that it's... I don't know about conducting this.
Semaphore, you know.
Depends who use your elbows as well. From the audience, you see a lot of elbows back and forth. That's basically what you're sort of conducting the audience at the same time.
I see. So who actually invented that name, Debbie Curtis Big Band?
It was originally Eddie Curtis Radio Big Band.
Okay.
Or Eddie Curtis Radio Orchestra, actually.
Okay. And why Radio Orchestra?
Because I like to, annoy the BBC with the word radio.
I was wondering about that.
And no, basically, really, because it's apt for... It tries to cover a little bit of the history in the title, although saying that, you'd probably already have to know about that music to know that.
Yeah.
I thought of other names for it, but, the Swingers wasn't quite appropriate.
Yeah. Yeah, so by the way, towards the end of the programme, we're going to get a nice live performance.
Oh, goody. What are you going to do for us?
I'm just going to be introducing you.
Who's going to do? Debbie, you're going to do something.
I'll conduct.
You grab the guitar there. You're going to do
grab the guitar.
I'm going to actually show you how to play it on air.
Yes. In fact, I'm quite clueless. I think I know 3 chords, actually. I don't know which ones they are, but...
Probably the same ones that I know.
Yes.
Yeah, probably the same ones. The boring ones, I suppose.
Yeah.
I can't play the guitar either.
Yeah. So we're in the same boat here.
Yeah, we're in the same boat.
Yeah.
I can't play it, I'll just pretend it.
It makes a good noise.
Oh, yes.
Okay, so what we'll do is we're going to take a break very quickly.
Can I have any more breaks on this?
Yes, more breaks. All right, we'll be playing the listeners.
Do we have to go out all the time? Can we stay in? Small breaks.
Yes, we keep sending them out of the studio every time we take a break.
Breaks,
Yes. All right, so we'll be back in a minute or two. Stay tuned. We're going to be capturing the biography of both the Debbie Curtis Big Band and also Corey's biography as well. Yes, and I believe they'll be working together more often.
Well, I hope so.
I hope so, yeah. I do hope so, actually.
Yes, yeah. I can see that you both enjoyed yesterday as well, last night.
It was fun, yeah.
I enjoyed it too.
It was great to be on the Palladium as well.
It's lovely, isn't it? It has got really nice ambience on the stage. And it has the moment you get out there, which is lovely.
Yeah. It's... Would you say that's one of the pinnacles so far? That's one of the heights you've reached so far, like to reach the Palladium, and then from there you go into somewhere bigger. And
I think it's really nice to be able to say you've played there full stop because of the history it carries, and you will always, and we will always, I don't know if Corey knows that, go down in the archives there through all our brochures and everything we've done, so even when we drop dead, that's passed on a part of history.
Yeah.
Well,
Which that's actually quite nice musically.
It's amazing just to be standing there in the spotlight and just doing a ballad or an up-tempo song and just doing them and standing and looking at the balconies up and knowing that you were at the Palladium with so many great people have been, and also the guy doing the spotlight.
The lighting.
His name is Linford, and he's been at the theatre for 45 years.
Wow.
So he's done the spotlight for the follow spot for so many great artists.
Wow.
So it was a proud moment just to be standing.
And I loved his lighting. His lighting was perfect.
Yeah, we can't see that on
really
stage, you see.
Yeah.
We
So
can't
you
see
see
that
the
at all.
blinding lights in your eyes.
Yeah, we don't see any colour actually on the stage, but it's got really, really nice ambience there.
Yeah,
where you can feel it when
ambience.
you walk out on there.
Beautiful
People
ambience.
working there as well. So that's
Yeah, there's some lovely people there actually.
All right. So we're going to take a break
Debbie
right now.
Curtis and Corey Conradi there.
Yes, Debbie Curtis and Corey Conradi right
and Liberty
there.
Radio.
And Liberty Radio. All right, so we've been speaking to them. We've been gaining a bit more insight into the Radio Big Band, and I've got a little release here that says, okay, I got a little notice here. It says a standing ovation at the world famous London Palladium. All right, says it all. Says it all. All right, standing ovation at the world famous London Palladium with a library of over 1,000 titles. The man covers the music of all greats from then until now. Very nice. From then
It's actually a
until now.
library of 9,113.
9,113. Wow.
Yeah, including really, really old arrangements.
I see. So
new stuff.
do you make up the songs, or
As we go along, just like this, really.
really?
No, sort of some of them are our own arrangements, and the one thing that's quite nice, like Corey and I did, is that the way we interpreted them is our own. Totally, and something like Chattanooga Choo Choo actually was really interesting because it's always been done with a Miller slant, and it had a totally different slant, which was really interesting to do, and I think came across it in a totally different way.
I see.
So
It's your own take on the song.
Yeah, there are certain things I do that are standard arrangements that you couldn't.
I love your energy on the stage,
Yeah, you see why we're like this morning, can't you? But it's sort of everybody feeds off of each other, and that energy with like saxes and things. Really, a band is only as good as its band leader.
And I also bring in arrangements as well, sort of from when I went to Norway, when Debbie found me on the YouTube bit, doing Mac the Knife.
Do you see? I just want to comment on something there.
Okay,
that you were saying.
Yeah.
Do you see how powerful these things are? Like YouTube,
I know.
even
Yeah,
Facebook,
they
and
yeah.
it's very powerful.
Yeah, well, we've just sent out this press release saying I was attacked, you see, and all people in the
Yes,
It was really weird because when
great,
after Debbie mentioned that she saw Mac the Knife, and she just found the name Corey and Mac the Knife, and after that it was sort of like suddenly in a few days it was like 3,000 more people who gone on to see it.
Wow.
So it was really weird.
Wow.
But it was great, and that sort of led to the Palladium, and I brought a lot of arrangements from Norway, from people arrangers, sort of musicians that I know, and they've arranged the music in a different way as well.
Yeah.
And I brought them to Debbie, and then we worked them together.
I see.
It was quite interesting because beforehand. Well, it was quite stressy, if I was really honest. We hit a peak point of stress because you're working with all different people and different things.
Did you
but then
did
as
you
soon as
find
you do the live bit? It totally changes. You know, that's what I like about live shows.
just wanted to ask as well. So when you're does this word exist? Orchestrating.
Yeah, orchestrating, arranging, yeah.
Orchestrating. So when you're orchestrating, does it ever get a bit frustrating? Do you ever find like one person that's out of tune, or one person that might have made a mistake, or I don't know, because I know that you that means that the band has to work together. Sorry about that.
If I'm orchestrating, I've made the mistake on the writing or arranging.
Okay.
But if it's something you haven't noticed, you could make a mistake that way. The one bit is if it's a piece of music you've never seen before and you're sight reading it, and you, from my personal opinion, is that because you're concentrating so much on the music, you can lose the feel of the song.
Okay.
But then you can go the other way and do too much feel, and then you lose track of the other
song.
bit. Sort of keeping a sort of happy balance with it, really. But occasionally you get somebody if they make a mistake, I don't want them back, actually.
Really? Does that ever happen?
Sort of, I would know where we've done sort of like little, what are called blips in things, or where things have, not gone as I would like them, and it's really irritating, because I look at it, it's like the moment that's happened in it, that song's ruined in my head, so I have to get through it, really, but usually, no, but it depends really how confident, or if the things with certain wind instruments and things like that, you do have things like breathing, and after sort of 3 hours of playing, really, you what they call chops as a trumpeter are shot to pieces. You just can't, do anyone who sort of go out like so you have to sort of be careful at that point of view. But then it's the same as if you're a vocalist or a dancer, if you do stuff without sort of preparing all your... from
Have you ever gone onto the stage, and this is for you, Corey, have you ever gone onto the stage not exactly yesterday, but in general, have you ever gone onto stage and then you found that you didn't really prepare for the song and you just,
well, I've...
but maybe it worked out well and no one noticed.
I can't really say that I have. But I'm sort of very keen on working quite sort of hard with what I go on and do. But I've been throughout the years, I've been trying to do less sort of preparing and getting sort of that sort of happy bit of going on stage and actually not being unprepared, but just sort of being there in the, at the moment, and being there in that, and I kind of like that as well. But I have done recordings where I actually just sort of had the text there and just got the song, because it's quite fresh once you go on recording live, and it's all new to you, because the text comes up, and I've done that when I do readings as well, because I'm basically an actor, and I've done a lot of books, audio books as well, and some of them stories, short stories or fairy tales I've done just reading off, never read them before, because as I read, they just sort of come to me, and all the images come at the same time as the listeners, which is quite nice.
So
apart from the fact when I sort of mix up the old woman and the little girl and do the wrong voices, which is not very good. But no,
but very scary.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Said the big boy. Yes. No, but usually it's mostly trying to prepare, but not as much, because you need to be there for the audience, and you need to be there live. So it's
it's the ambience you get from the audience. Actually, yesterday was lovely. I mean, I don't know if that felt like that.
It did.
But it was really, as soon as we got up there, it was a really warm audience.
Just to let the listeners know as well. So I was there myself. Richard Anderson was there, and also Richard Anderson's wife who was sitting in the audience. We was looking down from the balcony. It was a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful performance.
That's lovely. Thank you.
We loved the singing. We loved every part of it. It was, it had energy. There were points where you almost wanted to cry. There were.
Do you think it made you want to go and see a big band show again? And is that what you expected from a big band show?
Well, to be honest, I didn't know what to expect. That's what.
That's good. Yeah. That's good.
I didn't know what to expect, because even when I was speaking with my wife, I was saying exactly that, because I even told her. I didn't even tell her where it was going.
All right,
I just told her, look, it's going to be something different that you haven't experienced before. I said, let's experience something different, and so we went down. I wasn't knowing whether to expect like an orchestra type thing. By the way, love your pianist.
Jeff Hills.
He's great.
Man,
he's lovely, isn't he?
I spent most of the night going, keep your eye on that pianist.
He's a lovely player. lovely player.
Lovely. Fantastic he is. Fantastic.
Yeah, and the guy Mark White on trumpet as well. He does the growling.
Oh, yes. He's very nice.
I think I'll have to go through everybody there now.
You start going with everyone. I think you're quite good at that, though. You mentioned quite a lot of names of musicians, and you're quite sort of, you're very polite in doing that. And they're so good musicians, so they're really, really.
That's nice. That's nice.
Really talented.
Hopefully we come across as quite genuine, I think, I hope. And I hope that comes across to people in the audience, that, you go home feeling that you went and saw something really good, as opposed to sort of thinking, that was sort of cut corners and felt, we did 2 ovations, which was quite good. I could see them getting stressed in the wings.
Yeah.
No, we'll just do one
I think
more.
they were. I think,
And who were the people in the boxes?
They were
because
the Muppets.
Just to set the scene.
There's a show over here.
Oh, those.
Nice.
So I don't know if you've ever been to the London Palladium, anyone that's listening. So it's got the it's a theatre-like type scenario. Beautiful surroundings. And then you've got, of course, as in every theatre, you've got the special box. What's it called?
You've got the Royal Box.
The Royal Box, that's the word.
We had the Coda Club actually in there.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and the Coda Club is a music society that's specialising, in people who have done good things in the music industry, really.
Okay.
And I've just become a member of that actually.
Oh, okay, that's great. That's great. So they were sitting in the box and they were watching everything as well.
Yeah.
It was a very interactive. I saw even some people that weren't so young and they were dancing in the audience.
Yes,
that's good.
That was lovely.
Yeah.
That was lovely. I was looking down. I saw everyone dancing. It was quite nice.
Were you dancing?
I was dancing slightly. I was doing my little thing.
Yeah, that's what worries me.
By the way, there's we decided that we're going to play a nice live song here.
No, you decide you're going to learn guitar.
And I'm going to learn the guitar at the same time.
This is. I will say now, this is not a Gibson guitar.
Okay.
I won't say the make of it on air.
Okay.
Just say we're putting the big backing band.
Yes. All right.
I'm going to teach you this. Okay,
Teach me this. Teach me this.
Oh God, this is awful. First thing in the morning.
Yes.
On every night, from Monday to Thursday. How long are you on?
To Friday.
Friday. Oh, sorry. Doing it live on the air.
Ooh.
Is that right?
On the air.
If you want to turn on, then turn
on to Liberty.
No. What's your name?
Richard Anderson.
Can you use a knife and fork as well?
Yeah.
Okay. Turn Richard Anderson on. Liberty is heading your way. Hey, right, now your turn.
Oh yeah, okay. All right, so let's give this a try here. Okay, let me. You play.
I'll show you this.
Okay, you play. I'll try to sing along.
No, Mr. Addison, I don't think so.
Sorry.
This is an A chord.
Okay.
We'll start at the very beginning.
Oh yes.
Close to start.
A chord there.
When you sing, you begin with ABC.
Okay,
No, you don't. When you sing, you begin with.
When you sing, you begin with ABC.
Yes, right. Me. So he doesn't listen, this boy.
Which new way of singing?
It's a new way of singing.
You begin with ABC.
Yes.
Let's do it.
You sing, you begin with ABC.
Sing Do Re Mi.
Yeah.
Yes.
When you eat, you begin with
ABC.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
I said you couldn't use a knife and fork, didn't I?
No,
Yes.
I think you can.
With a knife and fork.
Right, I'm just going to show you this, and I'm going to leave you with how to do this. Right,
Yes.
you should always use, in my case, a plectrum. Okay, they chord like that.
Beautiful
Miss a fret
song.
and come in there. Right, that gives you your basic A. Okay, which is really simple stuff. Slow it right down, you've got the blues.
I want you to sing as well. Sing a song for
No,
us.
you can sing this. This is blues. Come on,
All right.
sing something.
Here you go. I'll sing.
Wailing and the Human Spirit blues is.
But Corey's going to help me.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm going to watch you.
There is no help for you. I'll tell you, there's no help for you.
All right. Let's go. Sing that song. Sing that song. I was born.
It's Lee Marvin, isn't it?
That sounds good.
And I was listening to Liberty Radio.
Oh, yeah, it's a commercial song. Oh, well.
0186 on Sky. Okay, that's enough for me.
That was lovely.
Lovely
Lovely.
song. That.
Yeah. Great
Beautiful,
potential. What do
beautiful
you
song.
reckon?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm out of the next concert now. I'm not going to be in it. You two got to do it. You just you bring the guitar. It's a small band.
Yes.
I was going to say something. I thought I'd been tempted badly.
Oh, well.
All right. So that was fabulous. Fabulous playing there. I didn't know you could play the guitar, by the way.
I can't.
I
Actually, yesterday at the Palladium, I was allowed to bring in my friend Hans Mathisen, who's a great jazz
really?
guitar player. So he came in from Norway. And
Okay.
He's an award-winning guy, and he's wrote a lot of arrangements. So basically, he did a lot of stuff that Debbie tends to do during the other shows as well.
I
So
see.
she had more time to jump around and conduct.
It was quite nice to have. One trouble with this, because if you're fronting it, because I'm a guitarist, and actually, fortunately, exactly the same type of guitar sound as him, which was lovely.
I see.
Which is Gibson 330 or 335, really, straight off the
He
woods.
was
the
thrilled
sound.
about that one.
I
Yeah,
see.
and the nice thing was, it's the first time actually since having this band as it's set up that I've actually been able to hear the guitar with it, other than the recording that I've done, but actually, stand there and feel it in a different way.
So it was a real different experience that you had. would you say?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
2001 was brilliant.
It was. There's also a note that I have here.
Okay.
Yeah. That's in. There's one I just read. Yes, there it is. The beginning was with Eddie Curtis. Right?
Yes, that was my dad.
That was your daddy. That's right.
Yes.
So the original band was formed in 1972 by Debbie's dad, renowned trombonist and music arranger. His name is Eddie Curtis. Eddie Curtis had played with many great bands in the 40s and 50s. Was an arranger for the BBC and numerous major publishing companies, and consequently, Debbie was brought up on big band music and has travelled the UK performing. In his time, that's Eddie speaking. So in his time as a leader, the band worked with many huge names from TV and show business in general. And also, then Debbie took over, right? And Debbie took over. Just a second. Let me just squeeze this in. So when Eddie died, in 1993, that was how many years ago now? About 15 years ago?
94, I think it was. Well, yeah.
Okay, so about 1994. Debbie literally, as you said, inherited his band.
Yeah, I did.
As you were saying. Literally inherited his band, but by then, she had the qualifications to front it with passion and confidence.
Oh gosh, it's good.
You've never had that read out. No,
I haven't actually. That's really different. That had a lot of light and shade in that. That was really good. Yeah,
I had to read out because that was just so. It's beautiful.
It's nice.
Yeah.
Good,
no, but it is a good story. I mean, the fact of actually, being brought up with a band like that and just suddenly, taking over the whole business and just making it happen.
Horrendous when he died, and I took it over because although I'd played, I'm actually a pianist, really. Although I'd, grown up with it, I hadn't actually ever stood at the front and taken the reins, and it was really, odd. Suddenly,
it was just a bit weird.
Just looking at it,
did it kind of throw you off in a way?
Yeah, I saw all the gigs he had booked out, and then I pulled it off the road. And I thought, gosh, like
and
help.
was you? Was you actually? Because some people, when they start off doing that, I noticed that they actually do perform on the roadsides, like. There's a certain group. I won't mention the name on the air.
On a park bench, we were just before we came here. We were doing a couple of performances. You
were just outside it. That explains the noise we was hearing outside. That's why I got up so early this morning. I
don't know how you see that.
Yes. So there's a comment I'd like to make here before we go as well. So the results. Yeah. So the most exciting big band jazz and swing show in the UK. Yes,
I hope so.
A fantastic lineup of musicians, top quality performance, which I witnessed myself, and perhaps most importantly of all, concerts have become a show that grabs the attention of all age groups.
Which is good, because the swing big band is just meant for really everyone. I mean, when I started liking it, I was 6, as I said. So that's where that's where it starts. You can just listen because of that feel. The same feel you get when you do a song on stage as well. When you've got that big band in your behind you, just being able to do a song with that enormous amount of great musicians behind you as well. So it's just fantastic. So no wonder I liked it when I was 6, and why shouldn't someone else as well?
Exactly.
Yeah. So did you notice the front row? Did you notice?
Yeah, I saw.
It was really strange because if you looked to the right hand side, you had all.
Or I went up and sang to the front row.
Yeah, and there was all ages, wasn't there?
Yeah.
All ages.
Yeah, all ages.
Really nice.
There was a couple there on the first row that I spoke to during the performance. That they'd just come from watching the Formula 1 on television and just ran straight down and just sat down and watched big bands. And interests.
Good,
And that was interesting. So just to round up, because we're just about to run out of time right now. It goes quickly, doesn't it? The time.
Well, you've got so many adverts in there.
Yeah. Okay, so that was a fantastic performance you did yesterday. Sorry about that. That was a fantastic performance you did yesterday, and I loved every minute of it. I love your voice. I love your voice. I love your energy.
Thank you.
I love your energy as well. It was beautiful. And as I said, and I have to say it again, I said it then, and I'll say it now. You looked the part, and it was fantastic.
Thanks so much.
And you can quote me on that.
Thank you.
It's fantastic.
This is a very lively breakfast show.
Yes. Okay, so with that, we're going to have to head out because we're going to be cutting into Free Woman's Time, which is going to start at 10. All right, and by the way, tomorrow we'll be playing one of your songs. Okay, we're playing one of your songs tomorrow.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Which from
Not from last night.
No, from the show. From
the show.
From a big band, right?
From the big band.
Debbie's one of your albums, probably. Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yes.
Okay.
So we'll be playing one of your songs tomorrow. All right, on the Breakfast Show. We've just got about 10 seconds left, so any last words before we head out?
Thank you very much for having us.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
And, due to the hypnotic influence of swing, big bands were considered responsible for sexual excess and emotional imbalance.
Is that actually true?
That is a New York Times quote, 1941 direct quote.
Debbie's very sort of historical. She's very interested. So she would know. I'm just a beginner.
Okay.
He's brilliant, taking this.
Thanks for your energy as well. Once you sort of mentioned,
All right, thank you very much. Okay, so with that, we're going to take a break before we go into Free Woman, which is live for you.
Free Women on it.
Yes, Free Women. Beautiful name there. So it teaches women how to become free. Sort of like what you're doing. You have your show. You perform in the Debbie Curtis Big Band, and you're a free woman. You're not oppressed. You're not rigid or anything. You're free, isn't it? Free. All right, so we'll be back in a minute or so. Stay tuned. It's Liberty Breakfast Show. We'll be here with Aisha Lewis in just a minute or so. So this has been a great show live here on the Breakfast Show. We're just going over her time.